All right, so today we're going to look at parallel and perpendicular lines. So parallel lines have the same slope, and their lines are never going to cross. So if we look at this graph here, I've got two lines. Okay, so I'm going to look at the light blue line, and let's find the equation. So I pick 2 points on my line. I count my rise and my run. So I go down 1, 2, 3, and I run 2. And since it's slanted the way it is, it's a negative 3 over 2 x. I need my y-intercept, which is where it crosses the y-axis. So in this case, it's 7. Okay, looking at the dark blue line, I'm going to pick a point here. Looks like there's another point here. All right, doing the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So I went down 3 and right 2. So my slope is negative 3/2 x. Now I need the y-intercept, which is 1. So now looking at these two, notice my y-intercepts are different, but my slope is the same. Okay, this number here, for the lines to be parallel, has to be the same. Okay? At the next thing. So we're going to write an equation that is parallel to 4x minus 2y equal to 8. So first thing we need to do is figure out our slope. So we're going to have to convert to slope-intercept form to do that. So we've got 4x minus 2y equal to 8. Okay, so first thing we move the x by doing its opposite. So I end up with negative 2y equals 8 and negative 4x are not like terms. So negative 4x plus 8. Divide everything by what's in front of y. So we get y is equal to negative 4 divided by negative 2 is a positive 2x. And 8 divided by negative 2 is a negative 4. So what is the slope of this line that we have? It's that number right in front of x. Okay, so our slope that is 2. Now that's the slope we're going to use. So we're going to use that slope and any other y-intercept. We cannot use negative 4. Okay, so we're going to get y equals 2x, and let's say plus 5 for our y-intercept. On this question, it's just asking us to write a line that is parallel. So it doesn't give us any other information that we have to use. So as long as I have a slope of 2 and a different y-intercept, we're good. All right, let's try another one. So we're going to write an equation that's parallel to negative 3x plus 5y equal to 15. So negative 3x plus 5y equals 15. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to move the x. So leaving me with 5y is equal to 3x plus 15. Divide everything by 5. So we get y is equal to 3 and 5 don't simplify, so we get 3/5 x plus 15 divided by 5 is 3. So what is the slope that we are using? 3/5. That's the slope we want to use. Okay, so we're writing an equation that's parallel. So let me choose my pen color here. We get y is equal to 3/5 x, and let's say minus 4, because we can't use that y-intercept. All right, so there would be my answer. That line's parallel to our original, but with a different y-intercept. All right, perpendicular lines. perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal. What does that mean? All that means is my slope, the fraction is flipped and the sign is changed. So if I have 5/3, my opposite reciprocal is -3/5. Another one, if I have -1/2, my opposite reciprocal is 2/1, or just 2. Okay, so perpendicular lines have slopes that are opposite reciprocals. And when we look at their graphs, they're going to cross at a right angle. Okay, so looking here, I've got this graph. I'm going to write the equation of both lines. So we got a nice point there and a nice point there. So count my rise, up 2, run 1. So I'm going to get a slope of 2x plus my y-intercept, which is the point right there, 6. Okay, looking at my second line, I'm going to start with that same point there and then use this point here. I'm going to go down 1 and run 2. So my slope there is -1/2 x, and my y-intercept is -4. So notice on these, yes, my slopes are opposites, okay, opposite signs, and the fraction is flipped on both of those. All right, so now let's look at some equations. So we're going to write the equation that's perpendicular to -5x minus 3y equals 15. So first thing is we got to find what the slope of that is. So -5x minus 3y equals 15. So move my x. -3y equals 5x plus 15. Divide both sides by everything by -3, giving me y equals -5/3 x minus 5. So the only piece of information out of that equation that I am interested in is this piece right here. Okay, so that's my original slope, -5/3. So now I want the opposite reciprocal. So that means I flip the fraction and change the sign. So flipping the fraction makes it 3/5. Changing the sign makes it positive. So now all I have to do is write the equation with a different y-intercept. So we're going to get y is equal to 3/5 x, and let's do plus 4. All right, we'll look at one more for this video and then we'll be done. So we're going to write an equation that's perpendicular to 2x minus 8y equal to 16. So first thing I do is I need to convert. So 2x minus 8y equals 16. Move the x. So -8y equals -2x plus 16. Finally, we need to divide everything by -8, giving us y equals 1/4 x minus 2. Okay, so the slope we're using is 1/4. So opposite reciprocal, flip that, which is 4/1, and make it negative. So in this case, anytime we're over 1, it's just the whole number, so it's just a -4. So our equation for the perpendicular one will be y equals -4x, and I'm going to pick plus 7. Okay? In the next video, we'll talk a little bit more about when they give us a specific point. what we need to do in order to find our perpendicular and parallel lines. All right, I will see you in the next.